The international community is reeling from a shocking revelation. A classified document from Beijing has been leaked. It admits defeat in the West Philippine Sea. This leak has sent shockwaves through the corridors of power. Intelligence agencies believe the document is authentic. It reveals Beijing's anxieties and frustrations. The leak comes at a pivotal moment. Tensions in the South China Sea have been simmering for years. This document suggests a shift in the narrative. For the Philippines, it's a major victory. It validates their strategy against China. It also supports other regional nations. Beijing has responded with calculated silence. This lack of denial speaks volumes. It's a tacit acknowledgement of the document's authenticity. In diplomacy, silence can be the loudest pronouncement. The leaked document does not mince words. It paints a picture of frustration and concern within the Chinese leadership. Phrases like unfavorable maritime positioning and Philippine resistance stronger than projected expose a deep-seated anxiety in Beijing. The document acknowledges that China's efforts to assert control over the West Philippine Sea have not gone as planned. The language used in the document is significant. It signifies a departure from the usual rhetoric of unwavering confidence that emanates from Beijing. The admission that Philippine resistance has been stronger than projected is particularly telling. It reveals a miscalculation on China's part. Beijing underestimated the Philippines' resolve to defend its maritime claims. The document also reveals a growing concern within Beijing about the shifting regional dynamics. The phrase regional support tilting westward highlights China's fears of losing its grip on the narrative in Southeast Asia. This shift in regional alliances has taken China by surprise, forcing it to reassess its strategy in the West Philippine Sea. The leaked document provides valuable insights into why China's plans are unraveling. It points to the effectiveness of the Philippines' multifaceted strategy in the region. A key element of this strategy has been the strengthening of alliances with key international players, particularly Japan and the United States. These partnerships have bolstered the Philippines' military capabilities and provided much-needed strategic depth. The Japan-Philippines Reciprocal Access Agreement, or RAA, has been a game-changer. This landmark agreement allows for greater military cooperation, including joint exercises and the sharing of facilities. The RAA is a clear signal of Japan's commitment to supporting the Philippines in the face of Chinese assertiveness. The Philippines has also leveraged its long-standing alliance with the United States to enhance its security posture. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, has allowed for an increased U.S. military presence in the Philippines. Beyond bolstering its military capabilities, the Philippines has also adopted a more assertive stance in the South China Sea. It has stepped up maritime patrols in disputed waters, challenging China's expansive claims. These patrols, often conducted in coordination with international partners, send a clear message that the Philippines will not be bullied into submission. The Philippines' strategic pivot has not gone unnoticed. The leaked document acknowledges that regional support is tilting westward, a trend that is deeply troubling for Beijing. China has long sought to portray itself as the natural leader of Southeast Asia. However, its aggressive actions in the South China Sea have alienated many countries in the region. The Philippines, by contrast, has emerged as a vocal advocate for a rules-based order in the maritime domain. The Philippines' strong stance has resonated with other Southeast Asian nations, many of whom have their own maritime disputes with China. Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia have all expressed concerns about China's behavior in the South China Sea. These countries are increasingly looking to the Philippines as a model for how to push back against Chinese pressure. The Philippines has also successfully garnered international attention and support for its cause. The country has effectively used international legal mechanisms, such as the 2016 Arbitral Tribunal ruling, to challenge China's claims. This ruling, which overwhelmingly favored the Philippines, dealt a major blow to China's legal standing in the South China Sea. Section 5: China's worst fears realized. The leaked document reveals Beijing's anxieties in the South China Sea. It highlights economic, geopolitical, and reputational risks. Losing control over vital trade routes is a major fear. Negative global narratives have damaged China's reputation. A Section 6 rising tide, the Philippines' new geopolitical reality. The leak of the Chinese document has significant implications for the Philippines. It marks a turning point in the country's geopolitical standing, signaling a new era of self-assuredness and international recognition. The document's revelations have bolstered the Philippines' position in the region, enhancing its military credibility and diplomatic leverage. It has also fueled a sense of national pride among Filipinos who see their country standing up to a regional giant. The Philippines' successful pushback against Chinese pressure has significantly boosted its military credibility. The country has demonstrated its willingness to defend its sovereign rights, even in the face of overwhelming odds. This newfound assertiveness has earned the respect of other nations, particularly those concerned about China's growing military might. The Philippines' enhanced military posture has also translated into greater geopolitical influence. The Philippines is now seen as a key player in regional security dialogues. Its voice carries more weight in international forums, where it is increasingly sought out as a partner by countries seeking to counterbalance China's influence. The Philippines has also demonstrated its diplomatic acumen by rallying international support for its cause. The country has effectively used international law and diplomacy to challenge China's claims, garnering support from countries around the world. Section 7. Silent retreat. Evidence from the water. In a surprising turn of events, there are growing indications that China may be quietly scaling back its presence in the disputed waters. Reports from fishermen and maritime security analysts suggest a noticeable decrease in the number of Chinese fishing vessels operating in the West Philippine Sea. This development, though not officially acknowledged by Beijing, lends further credence to the leaked document's claims of unfavorable maritime positioning. Satellite images analyzed by independent experts appear to confirm this trend. Areas that were once teeming with Chinese fishing vessels, often operating under the protection of maritime militia, now show a marked reduction in activity. This apparent withdrawal, while potentially temporary, could signal a shift in China's tactical approach to the dispute. The reasons behind this silent retreat are still being debated. Some analysts believe that China is recalibrating its strategy in response to the Philippines' more assertive posture and the growing international pressure. Others speculate that the reduction in fishing activity is seasonal or related to other factors, such as weather patterns or resource depletion. Section 8. A Sea of Change, Implications and Uncertain Futures. The leak of the Chinese document has created a ripple effect across the geopolitical landscape. It has exposed the limitations of China's power and emboldened those seeking to challenge its assertive behavior. The document's revelations have also highlighted the fluid nature of alliances in the Indo-Pacific, where countries are recalibrating their relationships in response to China's rise. The most immediate impact of the leak is the shift in the balance of power in the South China Sea. The Philippines, emboldened by its strategic victories, is likely to continue its assertive posture, further challenging China's claims. This could lead to increased tensions in the short term as China grapples with its strategic setback. However, the leak could also create an opportunity for dialogue and de-escalation. China, faced with mounting pressure, may be more willing to engage in meaningful negotiations to resolve the disputes peacefully. The international community should seize this opportunity to encourage a rules-based order in the South China Sea, one that respects the sovereignty of all nations and promotes peaceful cooperation. Section 9. Conclusion. A new era in the Indo-Pacific. The leak of the Chinese document marks a watershed moment in the South China Sea dispute. It has shattered the illusion of China's inevitable dominance and ushered in a new era of uncertainty and opportunity. The Philippines, once seen as vulnerable to Chinese pressure, has emerged as a beacon of resistance, inspiring other nations to stand up for their sovereign rights. The road ahead remains fraught with challenges. Tensions in the South China Sea are likely to persist, and the risk of miscalculation remains high. However, the leak of the Chinese document has created an opening for a more balanced and rules-based order in the region. The international community must seize this opportunity to promote dialogue, diplomacy, and a shared commitment to peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific. The future of the South